How did the Industrial Revolution destroy artisanal skills in Europe? Imagine a world where every piece of clothing, furniture, or pottery was crafted by hand, with skills passed down through generations. Now picture that world changing rapidly in just a few decades. That's what happened during the Industrial Revolution in Europe. This period, starting in the late 18th century and continuing into the 19th, brought huge changes to how things were made. It was a time of invention, innovation, and transformation. But it also meant the end of many traditional craft skills that had been the backbone of local economies for centuries. Before this era, artisans and craftspeople used simple tools and their hands to create unique, high-quality goods. They learned their skills from masters, often through long apprenticeships. These crafts included weaving, blacksmithing, pottery, woodworking, and making handmade paper. These skills weren't just trades, they were part of a community's identity. But then came the steam engine, mechanized looms, and assembly lines. These inventions allowed factories to produce goods much faster and cheaper than handcrafting. For example, the power loom revolutionized textile production, replacing hand weavers with machines that could produce fabric in large quantities. Factory systems also changed the way work was done. Instead of small workshops, large factories employed unskilled or semi-skilled workers to operate machines. This shift meant that the detailed, specialized skills of artisans were no longer needed. Standardized parts made in factories also replaced custom-made items. Metalworkers could produce interchangeable parts, which meant fewer skilled artisans were needed to craft each piece individually. This was especially true for tools and machinery. The economic pressure was intense. Factory-made goods could be sold at lower prices because they were produced faster and in larger quantities. Artisans found it hard to compete with these prices, and many lost their markets. Small workshops and household industries, which relied on traditional skills, disappeared as large industrial enterprises took over. For example, hand weaving and pottery, once common household crafts, declined sharply. Even furniture making shifted from handcrafted pieces to mass-produced items using cheaper materials. Despite this decline, some skilled workers managed to adapt. In luxury markets, like high-end jewelry or custom furniture, traditional skills persisted. Cities like Paris and parts of Italy kept alive some artisanal traditions, mainly in high-end goods. Some artisans moved into factories, maintaining their skills but within a new industrial setting. Overall, the Industrial Revolution in Europe drastically changed how goods were made. It replaced many artisanal skills with machines, standardization, and mass production. This shift transformed European society, economy, and the way people thought about craftsmanship and quality.